All right, guys. Very early on with some help. Oh my, have there been plenty of bloopers tonight? I don't know if I'm going to add at the beginning of this video or the end of the video. I know people like watching the bloopers, and I really don't mind making fun of myself and laughing about myself there. But the biggest blooper is this is the second time I've sat down to record this video, not counting the times I've restarted this video since I sat down tonight. This weekend and a half ago, I went out with some buddies and we had some beers and recorded some video, and I came back and kind of talked about what I'm going to talk about to you guys right now. But when I sat down to edit the video the other day, it just didn't look right, didn't feel right. The ISO was off. When I changed exposure, it looked overexposed. I just couldn't get it right. And then there's some audio issues. This Rode microphone, somebody help me. This is the second one I've had, and it feels so tinny when I use it. And so I put some stuff on the floor here to kind of help that out today. So hopefully it sounds better. But anybody has recommendations on the microphone, please give me a holler, because this microphone's killing me. But what I talked about today is some goals that I have. And as you see the title of the video, it's a big, hairy, audacious goal, and I'll explain what that is here in a second. But it's kind of weird. This video, there won't be any B-roll. It is me and you talking here about what I've got going on, what I'm focused on, and what my goals are. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. But yeah, what I want to do, I'll tell you what I'm drinking right now. First off, I have my lovely microphone glass. I've got a Doogly Zoo from Monkish, one of my favorite breweries on the West Coast, triple dry hop, double IPA. It's a great beer. Hopefully you guys like it. I gotta tell you guys what I'm drinking. It's gotta be a segment, like what's in your glass or something like that. So before I get into my goals, I want to tell you a little bit of a story. Long ago, I was in a meeting, creating a business plan, something of that nature, and somebody used the phrase BHAG, and I'm like, what is a BHAG? In business, there's so many acronyms, what the hell is that? And then they said it out loud, it's a big, hairy, audacious goal. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And that just means you're really just putting yourself out there and going after something more than what you thought originally you could achieve. Some folks that work out, not me. Maybe you say I'm going to work out every other day. That's more like what I would try. But the big, hairy, audacious goal is really going after and working out every day, or maybe changing your meal plan. So it's kind of going big. That would be going big for me, because I'm just not a workout person. I should be, I know, but I'm not, so I apologize. So big, hairy, audacious goal. I bring it up in meetings now, and people look at me and bristle, what does he mean? What's he talking about? Kind of like what you guys are right now. It might be really weird. But I bring that up to go into the next piece of it, is just some inspiration around the goal that I'm going to tell you about at the end of this video today, is what I want to do in this channel. For so long, my original goal when I sat down and recorded my first video about 18 months ago was to learn video editing and learn photo editing and taking photos, the videography side of it. And I've been doing that. I need to get better at it. I've made some mistakes along the way, as I already told you about tonight. But I do feel like I've gotten better. I think my videos have gotten better over time, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. But in the reality, a lot of folks will ask me what I want to do with YouTube, and it's a question I can never really answer. So I just stick with the standard, pursuing passion. I just enjoy doing what I do. I love getting in front of the camera. I love editing. I hate the buildup of before I get in front of the camera, but once I have the camera on, I enjoy that piece of it, and hope you guys like it as well. So I just kind of always give a weak answer. It's not very good, but I've decided there's always been something in the back of my mind holding me back, what I really want to do with this channel, and I decided I'm just going to start to tell you guys about that. But before I tell you about that, I want to tell you another story, and it's about Gary Vee. So if you don't know who Gary Vee is, I'll link him below. He's a wonderful motivational speaker, an influencer. He's all about content creation. He's a guy that's helped me understand that finish is better than perfect. I had a video about that recently. I think it's very important about just putting stuff out there. And Gary Vee is just out there. He's on every platform. I don't know there's a minute of any day that's not recorded. And he's invested in some great companies, Facebook and things of that nature, Snapchat early on. And he's a guy that's always been an entrepreneur. I think he helped turn around his family's wine business way back in the day. He has a wine through the mail type of service, which probably one of the first ones that was out there. But Gary Vee, I love Gary Vee. I love and hate Gary Vee. Sometimes, hate's a strong word, but sometimes he irritates me because he's just so on and he's so correct, and what he says is such common sense that it's damn it, why didn't I think of that first? So I really do get inspired by what he does. And he's just everywhere. Every social media platform, he's just flooded with it, and that's good. I think he's helping people out. I think if you have kids, teenagers, whatever it may be, he has great advice for those guys. You should definitely share his information with them. Be careful though, he does swear a lot. So yeah. But one thing about Gary Vee that's interesting is for years, Gary Vee is a huge New York Jets fan, and for years he has told people he's going to buy the New York Jets. And I'm sure people laughed and mocked him a little bit when he said that very early on. But when Gary says that today, and he still says that regularly today, it's more realistic. Like he's closer to that. And so I don't. Gary's never called it a BHAG, but I call it a BHAG for him. When it was early on, it was a big, hairy, audacious goal for him. It's something he wanted to go after, and he was going to tell everybody about it. And he's worked hard year after year, day after day, to put himself in a position that he could do that at some point. He could probably get enough investors to do it right now. I'm not giving him any suggestions, like do what you want, Gary. I wouldn't put my money in the Jets, but I'm just saying, like, you're a Jets fan, you got to do that. So a reason I tell that story is because I go back to what I said earlier. When folks ask me about my channel, or they make jokes like, hey, you're a big YouTuber. I'm like, oh, I'm not really a big YouTuber. I just got a couple hundred subs. And I realize that that's like really just talking down about myself. I'm not really encouraging myself at all, because I have a couple hundred subs. There's a lot of folks that don't have that. And I'm excited about every sub that I get. I get excited every time something comes in and says somebody subbed. I get excited about a review. I respond to every comment on social media. I like everything on social media that people have commented on my stuff. Even if it's a nasty comment, I do reply to that. So I appreciate all the engagement. I love that, because it's like in the moment feedback for me, and in the moment feedback is super important for me. So I appreciate that. So I'm not going to talk bad about my channel like that anymore, because you know what? I'm proud of my channel, what I'm putting out there. So there's two other YouTubers I know. One's a little big, and one's really getting up there, and they're like building some muscle. They have some really big goals that they're going after. I'm not going to share their goals today, but they have some stuff that I would say is like seems pie in the sky, but in the reality it is like I'd be doing the same thing about those people that might laugh Gary Vee if I laugh at what they're doing. They believe in the goal they're going to achieve and what they're going to go after. And that's what I do today. Like I've been talking about the two things I'm going to tell you about today to my family and some close friends for the last month or so. And I believe it's going to happen. You might laugh when I tell you first, and as people might discover this channel or discover this video later on, and they see how many subs or views I have, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that guy said that's going to happen. But my goals are, first and foremost, my first goal is 1 million views. Well, nobody laughed. Maybe you're laughing. I can't hear you. 1 million views. I want to get 1 million views on this channel. I'm at like 38 or 39,000 views. I'm excited about that. If you told me 18 months ago I'd be at 38, 39,000 views right now on the channel, I would have never believed you. But I think my goal is to get to 1 million. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week, next year, and next 2 years. But it's a goal that I have to continue grinding on this channel. I've been really inconsistent on putting out videos. My goal is to put a video out every week. But I let a little bit of life get in the way. This isn't my full-time job, and my full-time job, my family are my priority. But I really want to get back to putting out a video every week. I know that when I put something out on a weekly basis, that it stays in people's feeds. It keeps me front of mind of what people want to see, and just kind of continue changing my content. I've got listed out of what I want to make. It's just a matter of sitting down and making it and hoping you guys like it. I've only made 4 videos this year out of 8 weeks, and I really should be at 8 videos, so I'm a little behind on you guys some videos. My second goal is to somehow get into some, I don't have it completely defined, but the gist of it is to get into some freelance video or photography work. And what I mean by that is by doing it for breweries or like pubs across the country. I love the social media aspect of helping to grow a business. I've been doing like growing my Instagram. It's at like 1,200 followers or something like that nature right now, but I've like doubled that over the last year just by changing a little bit of what I'm doing, improving some of the photography stuff I've done. And I know that I feel like I could help some other businesses grow their accounts as well with some of that work, or even just giving it some advice. So I'd love to do some freelance work around that. For breweries as well, like I said, pubs as well. But I also love to do some video work. I think there's something to be said about companies having a vlog style like format, maybe to talk about the brewery or what's going on, whether when they're releasing a new beer, like doing something really cool with that. And there are some that are out there that are doing it, but I would like to help folks out and do that. I love the brewery industry. I love being a part of it. I will never be a brewer. I don't aspire to brew beer. I enjoy drinking it. I enjoy drinking really good beer, but I don't aspire to like be a brewer. Maybe one day that'll change, but I'd love to be involved in the brewery industry in one way. And I feel like I am a little bit right now, but I want to even get more involved. I want to like be out there and working with other breweries and helping them out, going to beer festivals where it may be, and shooting some video that they can upload and share with, whether it's customers or put on a page, whatever they want to do. So those are my goals. I might have talked fast. I apologize. But yeah, like that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going after, and that's what I hope to bring to life on this channel. And it feels weird to say that out loud, and it'll feel weird to edit this video and listen back to myself saying those things, but I think it's really important to really speak things into existence a little bit. If I keep it in my head, there's a little bit of anxiety that's going to stay in my head about what I really want to do, and I think that stuff has been slowing me down from putting content out. It's maybe made me overcritical about what I wanted to put out and what I want to do, and probably hasn't committed as much time as I wanted to do some of that content. So I guess my inspiration or my motivational thing for you that I would say if you're watching this video and you're going through some similar thoughts is just to like go and do. I think that's so important. I wasted 6 months in 2018. From January, I recorded a sit-down video with not my face, just my voice about Destiny and something that's going on in the Destiny world. It's a video game I play. Actually, I wasted 8 months. 8 months later, I thought about it and I analyzed it, and I was debating what to do for 8 months before I actually sat down and created a video. And it took me almost 12 months before, not 12 months, but a month or so later before I actually started getting out and being more comfortable in front of the camera in public. Now I just enjoy it. I love doing it. I get a little bit of anxiety before I turn the camera on in public, but now I just don't really care because it creates a lot of cool conversations. People might laugh and snicker, but more people want to know what's going on, and they want to ask you about what you're doing, and sometimes they sub, sometimes they follow, sometimes they're like, I'm not really into that thing. So the channel will still continue to be probably some bag reviews. I got some that I'm working on. I'll probably still do some brewery stuff. I will be doing some more brewery stuff, but I'm just hoping to do stuff every week. And if you have suggestions of what you'd like to see me do, I'd love to hear that. So those are my two big goals. Those are my BHAGs that I have for this channel. My big, hairy, audacious goals: 1 million views on YouTube and getting out there and doing some freelance work for breweries or pubs across the country. That's kind of where I want to be at. Hopefully that makes sense. I appreciate you guys letting me sit here and do this and have some fun here. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. That's where we're at. We'll be back. I don't know. I don't ever know how to end these things.